Happy Thursday and welcome back to the You Good Podcast, the podcast where oversharing is encouraged and the thoughts get real. I am your host, C-Rod, joined as always by my co-host, Nick. Today's episode is one of the most meaningful ones that we have ever done because my firstborn, Kinsley, is joining us. She knows how I do a podcast, even if she does not fully know what this show has become. To her, this is a place where people sit down, talk, and share what is on their mind and hopefully feel better after. So today we are keeping that same heart, but seeing it through the eyes of an 11-year-old who loves dance, music, her family, her friends, and is standing in that special place where she's not little anymore, but she is also not grown up yet. Welcome to episode 59, Growing Up With You. Let's get into it.
No, I don't wanna live where I always feel broken. I just wanna live with a heart wide open. I don't ever wanna feel fear anymore. No.
I know that we typically hide the guest. It's a little bit hard today since she's sitting right next to me. We are sharing a space. But as I mentioned, the most important guest we have ever had, my daughter, Kinsley, is here. She has been dancing since she was 3. She loves music. She loves singing. She loves Pokemon, Neatos, and has been wanting to come on the podcast for quite some time. Today, it will not just be a fun episode, and I've talked to her about this, but this will be something that we keep forever, something that she will be able to look back at in 10, 20 years and look through the eyes of who she was at 11. Something that most of us don't get to do. I know that I don't remember a lot of my 10 and 11-year-old times, nor do I have a lot of videos and, social media captures of it. So I think that's why it's going to be important. It's going to be special. It's going to be talking and listening through the eyes of an 11-year-old. I know that a lot of us listening, it's been a long time since we were 11. And I want you to just kind of listen to this through that lens and maybe understand who you were back then and try to remember what your memories were. But I know that she is excited. She was nervous, but here she is. And I want to say this happily. Kinsley, welcome to the You Good Podcast.
Thank you.
Hello.
So happy to be here today. And thank you to all of you guys listening out there that are not from Tampa or Florida. And yeah.
All right.
Nice.
There it is. First run. I wore my shirt for her, Dad by day, Batman by night, picked by her. I did realize, unlike you, Nick, I have not worn the same shirt in 59 episodes, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, I try to be consistent, I also don't see the point in changing.
You gotta go with the theme, baby. So one thing that we always do in a part of these shows is a mental health rotational opener. And, I do want to say that Kinsley has never listened to an episode. There are adult themes to the things that we talk about. There are adult themes to our sign off. And there's just things that are not digestible for an 11-year-old. So she doesn't really know what our podcast is about. But every week we talk about a song that makes you happy or that puts you in a place of energy and excitement. And I want to ask you, as our guest this week, what is a song that you have had on repeat lately that makes you happy?
So usually I always listen to A Million Reasons by Lady Gaga. But the song that I have had on repeat lately is Midnight Sun by Zara Larsson.
One more time.
Midnight Sun by Zara Larsson.
Midnight Sun by Zara Larsson. Have you heard this?
Nope. I have not.
Do you know, are you able to explain who Zara Larsson is?
She's like a popular singer right now. She like, I don't know how to really explain it,
That's fine.
but I really like her song,
Like
Lush
what?
Life and
Lush
Midnight Sun.
Okay. What do you like about them?
They're just really like energetic.
Okay.
Huh.
I know that she was recently at Lollapalooza,
Is that
and she was a
the
headliner.
Up All Summer or that Live Life? I don't know the how.
Keep trying,
Can you
buddy.
sing one of the songs?
No. Want
No?
to?
Okay.
Stonewalled. Stonewall is a song that you sing, you dance to, or you just
Is
listen
it
to.
like where wasn't there like a guy dancing to one of her songs? It's Lush Life. All right, I already listen. Okay. Yes, I know exactly who this person is.
Why is that, Nick?
Because of the Lollapalooza clip
Yeah.
with
Okay.
the guy
Oh
dancing on
yes,
stage
yes,
with
yeah.
her.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, where the fan came on stage and hit that
And
dance.
he's doing like
Oh
the
yeah, yeah. That's what she does on every single one of her concerts. She has like someone come up, I think.
yeah. I saw that, and I think that's pretty neat. But that's cool. So her other song is the one you've been listening to, Midnight Sun.
Yeah, that song.
Okay, I'll have to listen to it because I the only song I know from her is that one, the Lush Life song.
Yeah. Yes, that one's a really good song too.
Yeah, I gotta learn the dance.
Oh my God, please.
Dude, it should be a punishment for one of our fantasies. We have to
No,
do
it will be a
TikTok dances.
punishment to go on TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. TikTok dances. I think we should make someone do like 10 TikTok dances.
I think for promotion of this podcast that you should do like 10 TikTok dances.
Maybe you and Kinsley should do some.
You're no fun. You're no fun.
I
Tell me
mean,
what's
I'm down. Look, I just said I have to learn this one because that dude looked like he had way too much fun.
Oh,
So,
he nailed it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
and then if I could be like I'm never gonna go to one of her concerts, so I'll never be chosen. So
Hey, don't say never, Nick.
I
Anything can happen if you put your mind to it.
unless you all take me, I'm not going. So
Well, what song's been on repeat for you?
Boston by Stella Lefty.
I never heard that song.
It's okay.
Uh,
Half of the time that Uncle Nick picks a song, nobody's heard it.
Yeah, I don't know. On a train back to Boston and we're jumping a gun is how the
I know
song
that song.
starts.
I know that. I know
Exactly. I
know-
like that you're nice to me, I think is in the chorus. I like
You
it
should sing the
because you're
song.
nice to me.
You should-
I mean, only if you sing it with me.
No.
Yeah. Well, there it was on a train back to Boston.
That's the words. Those are the words to the song.
That's the first
the
line
first
of the song. Yeah.
We'll have to listen to it later.
I love that
Yeah.
song. That's a good
You
song.
love that song. You just said you didn't know who it was.
No, I don't know what the song that he.
She doesn't
ever
know the titles, but
said.
she
No, I know that it's called Boston, but I don't know. You said a different song. So
no, I didn't.
Said a
I
different
said
song.
Boston. It's the name of the song. She likes it when
And
you're
what do you
nice
like
to
about
her.
this song, Nick? How does it make
Because
you feel?
it's, I mean, she likes it when someone's nice to her, and it makes her change. So
Do you like when people are nice to you?
no,
No.
of course, yeah. Who doesn't, dude? Like when people are kind, it's always nice, you know.
No.
No,
I
I
guess
hate
you're-
it. I'm
is it-
Ebenezer Scrooge.
We already know that.
Yeah.
Is it
Bah
Zara
humbug.
Larson? Is that what you said?
yes,
Yeah.
Sarah Larson.
So the same way that Zara Larson was on Lollapalooza as a headliner, it's a music festival that
In
is
Chicago.
very, very, very popular in Chicago. This where
In
Aunt Michelle used to
Chicago.
live. And yeah, it's a bunch of crazy, well, not different music, but it's a bunch of music that I don't
It's
listen to.
everything,
But
including comedy.
one of the headliners was Tate McRae,
I know.
and she absolutely killed it. They live streamed her feed. I think she closed out day 2 or 3 or 4. There's 4 days, whatever. She closed out the final day as like one of the main headliners. But my song on repeat, because I can't really think of anything, because I will say that recently, every time we get in the car, all the kids want to listen to is Morgan Wallen, and I don't hate it, but it does not allow me more time, others time to listen to my own music because I'm in the car with them 90% of the time. So my song on repeat has been a Morgan Wallen and Tate McRae song, called What I Want. And I went down a whole rabbit hole of just Tate McRae because it's kind of crazy. She was just like one of the best dancers in the country for years. She was a part of this dance competition where she won every stage, like minis and then teens, and then again when she was like 16 or whatever. And she's the only person to ever do that in this major dance competition. And then went and blew up during COVID to now be a super big pop star. I think she's like 23 years old, and it's just absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's pretty. I know who she is. I cannot tell you a single song that she sings. So
Yeah, me and Daddy and Tegan and Carter always listen to that song in the car. It's like one of my favorite Morgan Wallen and Tate McRae's like songs together.
I will say that she has this song called Sports Car. It's pretty dumb, but it's like popular. I see you got a sports car. She's better than Addison Rae, which, I'll put that out there. Do you know who Addison is?
I
yeah,
never
but also think
like
that's
We don't talk.
ridiculous.
What?
Greedy. What's the song? Greedy. Is that one good?
I just from Tate McRae.
Yeah.
I don't. I know the Morgan Wallen song and I know Sports Car. But I
What
also
I
know that
Want?
Addison Rae has that song called Pepsi Cola or something, and it's absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
that song's stupid.
that song's really bad because Molly like played it in her car before, and I heard it and I was like, "What is this song? This song is not good."
So one thing I want to share is when we were naming the podcast, Kinsley was pressing me hard about letting her choose the name. And I was like, yeah, sure, choose the name if you want. She created an image for the show and everything. And let them know what you wanted the show to be called.
I wanted the show to be called The Crazy Rodriguez Show.
The Crazy Rodriguez Show. Try and talk a little slower.
the C
You're
Rod
nervous.
Show.
You're speaking real fast.
Okay.
The C Rod Show.
You're doing good. You're doing good. But you say the Crazy Rodriguez Show. And I said, why do you want it to be the Crazy Rodriguez Show? And do you remember what you said?
No, not really.
Because our family is crazy. That was the answer. Because we have a crazy family.
And all of
Very
her
fair.
last Rodriguez,
And all-
except Callie's.
Except Callie. She hasn't earned that ring yet. Hasn't earned that.
Oh, I hope she listens. I hope she listens.
2 kids
She
and 6
hasn't
years
earned
later,
that
she hasn't
ring.
earned that.
Yeah, putting up with your ass. She's a saint. That woman's a saint and has earned that thing tenfold by now.
Absolutely. So I was making a podcast. What did you think that what do you think that a podcast is?
Where people like just like sit down and talk about the main thing that they're doing for the podcast. And yeah, that's what I thought it was mostly. And
Why did you want to be on one?
because I wanted to talk about like my life and stuff and like what I do and like all like the changes that have happened so far. So yeah.
She approached me. I did not come to her with the idea. She approached me. She said, I want to be on an episode. I said, are you serious? Like, do you really want to do that? And she was like, yeah. I said, okay, let me talk to your mother. Let me make sure that she's okay with it. And she was. And it was 100% her idea to be on and be a part of this today, which is awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nick, there's one memory that I want to bring up. I don't know. I don't remember if it was Kinsley or if it was Tegan, but I think it was Kinsley. But you were here for the draft. And I believe that Kinsley was calling you by a different name. Do you remember this?
No.
Do you remember this?
Was it just this
No.
last year?
What
It might have been the first time.
Was it,
And then when you came back, because she would have been younger, and then I think we skipped a year. And then so it would have been like 2 years since you were here.
the first year was I was drinking, and for sure, and I had come in with the Stone Cold and the 2 beers. You threw
Yeah.
me one. That was the first year. Kinsley was selling lemonade at a garage sale,
There you go.
and
Oh,
then
yeah, I
I
remember that.
bought,
Yep.
and then I bought all of the lemonade at the garage sale for alcohol. I bought all of it to drink vodka. but I don't remember, and I'm pretty sure it was.
It might have been Tegan.
I think it was Tegan this last time was calling me something. I can't remember what it was.
I couldn't remember it either. I wasn't sure. Well, do you have any other Uncle Nick memories?
No, not really. I just
Which is fine.
I don't really remember anything.
Oh, she doesn't really remember any.
Like any of the memories.
She does remember the craziest, weirdest things, but I think that's what kids do. Okay.
That is true. Yeah.
So when we have a guest on, we start the show by asking them, what is the most interesting thing about you that people might not know yet? And it's really easy for you because not a lot of people know you. So what do you think is the most interesting thing about you?
That I only asked for one sibling and I got 3.
Well,
There you have it, folks. That's the stork over delivered. The stork over delivered.
it happens.
You do have 3 siblings, 2 little brothers, and 1 younger sister. When we had our first child, well, our second, when Callie and I had our first child, which would have been Tegan, you wanted to name the baby.
Yeah.
Do you remember one of the many names that you chose?
It was like Cupcake Unicorn Rainbow something. And I wanted to name her a really crazy name like that.
Yeah, it was like Cupcake Sparkle Sprinkle Face or something.
I think that's what you should have named her. Running
I
around
don't think
calling her
Tegan would have
Cupcake.
approved. Later
I
on in
mean-
life.
She does like cupcakes and sprinkles a lot, so like, and she does smash them into her face, so like.
So I think it's perfectly fine. Fitting. Would have been a fitting name.
Okay. Well, we're going to start the episode now. How do you feel so far?
I feel good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared.
Okay.
What are you scared of?
I don't know. Just
It's okay.
I'm just scared to like answer all these questions, you know?
It's easy.
It's not an interview. You're the one who came up with what you wanted to talk about today.
You're not
And
bad at it.
You're not bad
doing
at it.
great.
You're doing great. You are doing great. But since
It's
music,
just talking. It's just a conversation.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
and since dance and music and performing are such a big part of who you are, I wanted to start with dance because dance is not just something that you do, but it has been a part of your life for as long as you can remember. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, while you're listening to this episode again, I want you to understand that this conversation is coming from the mouth of an 11-year-old. But you, on the other end, I want you to just think about something that you loved that was not always easy, something that you had to practice or that made you frustrated. And whether it was when you were 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 plus, maybe even something that you almost quit, but you kept going at. And I think that that's where we're going to get into. And it's one of the things that I love about Kinsley has just been her dedication because I've watched her grow and we'll talk about, some of the hardships that she's had, but always picking back up and always continuing to be a wonderful dancer and how she's excelled. So we'll start when you were 3. So 3 years old is when Kelsey and I enrolled her into dance. And I remember she did not like dance originally. Uh, it's hard when they're younger because they don't do much. They just kind of stand there. They do a couple of hand motions, a couple of feet motions, then that's really it, right? There's not a lot of entertainment to it, but they have to learn something. They have to start somewhere. And I know that even from Tegan's perspective at 5, she actually did not want to enroll again in dance this year because she said, I don't like standing in one spot. I like what Sissy does, and that's dancing all over the stage.
Mm.
Do you have any recollection of your first dance class or your early dance years?
Not really. I just like remember how Tegan was like. I just remember standing in one place and I always saw like the older kids dancing and moving all over the stage and I was like, I want to do that, but like I didn't like it because when I was little I didn't like standing there and all the other older kids were moving around the stage either.
Interesting. When do you remember at what point in your life that you started to think that dance was something that you really loved? Do you remember an age or do you remember maybe where you were in life?
I think starlets, which
What
is like
the one thing you have to remember is maybe people don't know
yeah,
what that means.
yeah.
So explain what starlets is.
Starlets was like when I was like an 8, I want to say.
And 8 years old.
8 years old? I don't know.
Okay.
8, 9,
Okay.
maybe probably 7 or 8. And that's like the class I think I started really like getting into dance and I made really good friends. And some of them have moved into like the older classes with
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
And as I moved on through dance.
And one of the most awesome things about what she does is she does multiple uh styles of dance. She does jazz, she does tap, she does lyrical, which I believe lyrical is a form of like ballet, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
And then she's also a part of their dance competition team, which is called Showstars. So she does it all.
That's
What's your
awesome.
favorite style of dance?
My favorite style of dance right now is jazz. It has been for a very long time. I remember when I first got in, I think it was kind of like ballet, um, but now it's very much jazz.
Why?
I just like all the energy you put into it and all the moving around. It's like not too like um, like tappy because like tappy make really a lot of noise, and then ballet you like it's very soft and the music also for jazz is like my type of music. Ballet and tap aren't really my type of music either.
Okay, very good. Very good. Nick, any questions about dance?
So you do tap dance, you said as well?
Yes. Yes.
I know a little bit about tap dance, like flat ball changes, flap ball change. Isn't that
Yeah, it's like heel ball toe though.
Heel,
yeah?
ball, toe.
Either way,
I have more questions. Why do you know this?
my little brother took dance,
Okay.
and my mom when I was growing up. They
Okay.
and my brother took tap, my mom took tap, and I think maybe even jazz. So
But you skipped it. You were too big.
yeah, no, hard pass. I was too busy playing baseball and then band. I got into band in middle school.
Did Sam ever get into dance or try it, attempt it?
No,
No.
no, she never did any dance.
Did she do anything when she was younger?
Soccer.
Okay.
And then it turned into she did softball, theater. She did theater for a while. She was in theater. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I remember doing soccer at my very first school. I was in for a very lot of years. And I do remember doing soccer and then I did gym, but then I quit gym and then I did dance. Yeah. For a very
Oh
long
yeah, Sam doing gymnastics. Yeah. That was like the
Gymnastics.
first
Yep.
thing was gymnastics and soccer.
Tegan loves gymnastics. That's where she decided to
Like
stop doing
tumbling.
dance was gymnastics.
Yeah,
Kinsley did not
awesome.
enjoy soccer. I did not enjoy soccer because we had to be there at like Saturday morning at 8 a.m. in the 100-degree Florida heat, just watching these little kids
Chase a ball.
not even chase the ball sometimes, just kind of run around.
It was just
Yeah, it was hard for me to watch Sam play soccer at that age because it wasn't soccer. It
No,
was let's just run around, and there might have been one person that knew what they were doing on the soccer field at any given time.
always like
And
one
I'm
little
like,
boy that's just sprinting around, that Spanish boy.
Sure. And the thing that bothered me was like the coach. I'm like, what are you doing at practice? Because like it doesn't seem like there's any organization because they are all just abandoning their positions.
Oh
It's
yeah.
just all just chase. And I'm just like, you make 3 passes and this is a whole different ball game. But there's 6. So what are we
I mean, it also kind of stunk because you had to pay for this, all of
hmm
it to really just be like a glorified tag session, a game of tag, because They would put cones down. They would tell them that they need to warm up and, run sprints and lines. Half the kids didn't do it. Then they're like, okay, the game's going to start. And they would put the ball down. And the first kid would just absolutely maul the ball to the back. And then now all of a sudden everybody's running while they're getting the ball. The ball comes back and then another kid falls down and everybody's crying. It was no fun at all. I did not have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not like
Cheerleading.
how sweaty I got.
Sam did cheerleading as well. It was fun, but hot. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be inside?
It's football. It's all for football. She didn't do it like at like one of those like elite gyms. She did it for
Okay.
like Pop Warner.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Well, going back to dance, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about the hard parts of dance.
Mhm.
Okay. So, has there ever been a time in dance where it made you cry?
Yeah. So, actually, at the new dance studio, sometimes it would be really hard to get like the new steps and on changing to different floors on the studios. Cause the other one, my first studio, the floors weren't as slippery. But here it's like a real dance studio with wood floors, so it's more slippery and I can't really do turns on it. So I have to get used to the new floor. It's pretty hard.
And when you feel like you have to cry or you do start crying, how do you get back to it, right? Because practice doesn't stop, right? They might console you for a minute, make sure that you're comfortable, that you breathe and you're ready to go back again. But then you got to get right back to it, right? You only have an hour. You got to get this dance down. You got to get ready for recital. What is that like in your head? How have you learned to calm yourself down, move forward, and get back to it?
Because sometimes they give us easier steps next time, or I know I can like try and do better next time. And also, most of my friends, like, they make me feel better. And yeah, most of my friends just make me feel better and make sure I'm okay.
Support systems. That's very important. It's very
Mm-hmm.
important. I want to say that I am amazed by how much these girls remember. Because when they put on these dance shows and these recitals that are 3 hours long, some of them are in 3, 4, 5, 6 different dances while they're also doing a game at a USF football game or a USF basketball game, and they have to learn that routine, right? Or they have a show at like a parade or a festival or a fair that's going on around Tampa, and they have to learn that show. These children are memorizing multiple dances and steps, and some of them are like 4 or 5 minutes long. That always amazes me because I know I would never remember how, half of those dance moves. That to me is one of the hardest parts of dance. But what to you is the hardest part of dance that maybe people don't see while you're at practice or rehearsing?
Doing turns like after and after, like one after another, is pretty hard. If you don't spot, you get very dizzy and you could fall.
You don't what?
If you don't spot, so
What's that
like
mean?
look at one thing, you could definitely fall. And doing turn after turn after turn, and then doing a leap or a jump afterwards, that's also very hard.
So when you spin, you have to look. Is that why people do this?
Yeah, that's why you have to do that, because
Oh.
if you're
Just got dizzy doing that right now.
if you look here the whole time and but you're trying to spot the other side, you're going to be going sideways. So that's why you don't want to do that. That's why you have to look at the side, and you always have to do this the whole time.
Interesting.
One of my most proud moments was during a practice that Kinsley had felt rejection. They had gotten their spots in line or spots for the dance, and she was super pumped, thinking that she was finally going to be at the front of the dance and not in the back. So typically, the newer girls or the not as uh,
Seasoned.
there you go, girls, they will start in the back and they have to work their way forward. And I'll never forget when she was like, "I don't understand why I was not at the front. And do you remember the conversation that we had and what that led to?
Yes, I remember you saying, like, after class, go ask your teacher what you need to work on to get in the front. And I do remember you saying that to me. And, like, after class, I went to my teacher and she kept telling me what I need to work on. And then I worked my way up to the front, and I've mostly been in the front now. And sometimes I've been in the back, but not mostly. Mostly I've been in the middle or the front.
Asking how to improve, getting feedback. There's so many adults in life now that I know that are in their 30s that don't ask how to get better. They just kind of complain about maybe why they're in a situation that they're at, and they don't take that initiative to improve. She was able to do that. Is that kind of incredible to you? Was there ever a time where Sam was struggling with something like that, where she had asked for feedback or improvement?
Yeah, I mean, well, I was her softball coach, so it was real easy to provide that feedback
How good
during
did that
those
make you
years.
feel?
Good. I mean, the best part, like my favorite part of like that would be like when we would be at home and she would be like, "Oh, I want to hit," or something like that, and it wasn't like forced. But then
Yeah,
I also remember like days that she didn't want to hit or if it wasn't her idea, I would just go outside and I would start hitting off a tee for myself because I was playing softball at the time too. So I would just jack the tee up and just start hitting myself, and she'd eventually come outside and start wanting to hit and stuff. So
awesome.
just that side of it made me happy and proud. But no, definitely super proud of you, Kinsley. I mean, most people don't. Some people don't have the wherewithal to ask. Some people don't care. And then the ones that do care, a lot of them won't ask because they don't like confrontation or they're afraid to know the truth about themselves and they don't want to get better.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, it was really hard for me to ask because I was like scared to ask and like interrupt the next class because the first day Daddy told me we were already outside and the other class had already started. But I did go back in, I think. Did I go back? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went back in and then I asked. So yeah, scary though.
No, it's good. I'm very proud of you. You've come a long way. You're a great dancer. I post videos of when she dances on social media. So friends and family have seen it. They love it. They only have great things to say. So I appreciate you, talking a little bit about dance. Nick, was there any other questions that you wanted to ask about dance before we kind of segue into the growth thing?
Do you still get nervous when you perform?
Uh, yes, I do. Before I go on stage, like backstage, I would always be like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Before like the first dance goes on. And usually the first dance would be my worst dance. I'm not gonna lie because it just takes a little bit of getting used to going to a different stage each time because just switch stages. That was so it's kind of gets me scared in like backstage on my first dance, but after the first dance, I like know what I'm doing and it's not as scary.
Like all the nerves go away after that first dance?
Yes, like once I get on stage and do a little bit of dancing, then all the nerves go away because then I notice I can't see the crowd because of the lights hitting like my eyes. It's not that bad because it doesn't hurt my eyes, but it's makes me less scared because I can't see all the people like recording and stuff.
Nice.
And they go, so the Straz, do you know the Straz Center in Tampa? So the Straz Center is like a very big performing arts theater where they do Broadway plays here in Tampa.
Okay.
And that's where they do one of their main recitals. So when they do it, I mean, there's the Broadway theater is filled, it's friends and family mostly, but there's hundreds and hundreds of people there and they are on an actual stage. And recital weekend is crazy because it's 8 shows in 3 days, 3 shows Friday, 3 shows Saturday, and 2 shows on Sunday. Each show is 3 hours long. They're there all day doing multiple hours and multiple dances all day for that entire weekend. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of tiring because when you're backstage and you have to, because sometimes you have a long break, and it's good, but sometimes you just get bored back there. And then once the time comes, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know which number we were on. I didn't know that we were this far away. So sometimes we're not ready. And then actually last time when we were at the Straws, we had a ballet dance, and it was pretty scary because this one girl, she got lipstick on her glove, and then she told, like, the backstage mom told us to take all our gloves off and leave them here. And then once we were about to go up next, our teacher was like, go and get your gloves. Why don't you guys have your gloves? I never told you guys to take them off. So once we were literally up next, and it was really scary. And yeah, that one got me really stressed out. So once I got on stage, it wasn't really the best dance I've ever done.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The there's so one thing that you have said before we move on is one day you want to be a dance instructor. Is that still a dream of yours?
Yes, it is. I do want to be a dance instructor and teach kids like my age and stuff.
Why? What about that do you want to pursue?
Because my teachers, they've told me stuff that they've learned from their dance teachers, and I want to like tell that to like my kids if they ever become dancers, and all like the kids that I'm teaching that are dancers, and I don't want them to quit being dancers just because it gets hard for them. So yeah, I still want them to live like their dream.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's awesome.
There's one story. Tell it. One dance story. What is it?
My first dance, it was this bumblebee dance that we did, and Daddy wasn't there for it, and I'm still very mad about it. But all the other ones he has come to, which is good.
So when she was, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, she had one of her first ever dance recitals, and unfortunately I had to be out of town for work. It was just not something I could miss, and it's to this day, 6 or 7 years later, it's one of the only recitals that I've missed. Other than that, I am there at every single one, but she does not forget that. There is not much that she remembers from that time in her life, but she remembers that I was not at the recital where she was a bumblebee, and she brings it up to me all the time. And it's absolutely insane that she remembers that. Because like I said, she has the what's the opposite of a memory of an elephant?
Fish.
Memory of a fish.
It's really small here. I can't keep
jeez.
everything in my head.
So dance has been one of the biggest parts of your life. I appreciate you sharing all of that. You did fantastic. Lately, a lot has changed. Kinsley is getting to be a preteen. Like she mentioned, she had to go to a new dance studio because her mother had moved. It rezoned. Same dance umbrella, just a different location, different studio. She has a new school that she is starting in a week or two.
On April 10th.
August 10th.
August 10th.
Going into 6th grade. A lot of changing and growing for you.
Middle school.
Yeah, I'm pretty scared.
Did you
select electives?
No, because actually on the first semester, we do every single elective.
Okay.
Like all the
to
electives.
find out what you want.
Yeah, and then on the second semester, we choose our elective.
Nice. Are you going to choose band?
No, I'm going to choose art. Because I want to
It
sing.
just broke, like, how fast it was just, like, broke my heart. And I was just like,
Listen,
but do you get to try out? Do you get to try band, though?
Yeah.
You might like it. Who knows?
Yeah, but I really want to do art. Like, I've been thinking about that since, like, the first time I saw the elective. That's, like, the art. I wanted to do art. And then if there was a band that I could sing, I would join it. But I don't want to do, like,
they don't have chorus? They don't have choir?
They have chorus, but I don't want to go high pitched. I want to, like, sing, like, actual, like, songs, you know? So that's why.
I got you.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's fine.
So I had told a story one time where grandma and grandpa had moved me from one middle school to another. And when I had changed that school, I lost a lot of friends. And then I went to, or elementary school, I'm sorry. I went to one elementary school with a bunch of group of people. Then I went to a different middle school. And then instead of going to high school with all of those people, I went back to another school. In the last few years, you have had that similar experience, and grandma's actually brought it up to me. It actually was something that she did not take into consideration how I felt when these changes made. And I think one thing that your mother and I tried to do was have that conversation on how you felt switching schools. But we moved you from a school in fourth grade to then a school that you were going to be at through 10th grade, but things changed, and after only 2 years you had to go to another school.
Yeah.
What has it been like for you having to adjust changing schools, losing some friends, but making new friends?
Okay. On my first school that I have been here, I was like there for like almost my whole entire life, and I thought I was gonna stay one more year and like actually live my entire life there because that's all the grades that were left, and I was
Entire
pretty
life.
mad. I was pretty mad. Okay, and I had a lot of friends there because my friends there, they stayed with me since I was like a little baby to like 9 years old, 8 years old, I want to say. And when I moved to Villa, it was pretty scary because I lost all those friends. It was my first year ever moving to a new school, but I made friends pretty quickly. And then my second year there, my best friend left. She was like my only like actual real friend that was there. Like the other friends I
What
didn't
do you
hang
mean?
out.
What do you mean by real friend?
Like not real friend, like
No, I just want to know what you mean by real friend.
my friends are my friends, but she was like my best friend
Okay.
and the friend that I was with all the time. Other friends I wasn't with all the time, they were like my friends, but we didn't go in the line next to each other. We didn't like everything. My best friend was with me 24/7.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Okay.
And then to this new school, I think it's gonna be pretty scary, but it'll be okay though.
What are you most nervous about?
Public school. My first time ever actually going to a public school, so
That is
that's
true.
pretty scary.
She has been at private schools her entire life. It's a jungle
Sam,
out there. No, I'm just kidding.
it is.
I'm pretty scared actually.
Did dad get you brass knuckles? You need to carry brass knuckles at public school.
This
He
is a
didn't tell you?
PG episode.
No, but for real, Sam was in private school up until 9th grade. So she was in private school all through elementary school and middle school. It's not that bad going to public school. You're gonna probably find out it's probably easier than you expected because you're used to harder stuff, like a harder workload, a harder pretty much everything. So just
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, just keep doing what you're doing. You'll be fine. I promise.
Okay. What I'm most scared about is all the people. Cause
Mm,
there, I went there and I like met like only like half of the grade, and it
mhm,
was really big. It looked more than my full grade. It was a lot more than my full grade actually, and
mhm,
3 grades, and it was more than all the grades that I had in my school, which went from pre-K to 8th grade. And it was, yeah, there was a lot of kids, but there was more at this public school with 3 grades. And it was pretty scary seeing only half of the grade. And there was going to be like more of the grade, which is pretty scary because almost the whole entire school was filled up with only half of the grade. So I can't imagine like 8th grade and 7th grade and all of the 6th grade.
hmm.
I will
I think you'll
say
be okay.
that when I went to school, we had so many kids. They had the school itself, and then they had to put down, stop moving because you're disappearing. Then they had to put down what's called portables. Do you remember this? Do you remember when Deltona rolled out all of their portables?
Do you? I do, but even before this, when we were in elementary school, do you remember that we had so many kids that they went to the year-round school, and we had teams, and we would only 3 teams would be at the school at any given time, and then they would the 4th team would be on vacation?
No, not at all.
Yeah, dude, that
Really?
was and like it probably would have been like your first and second grade, like
Hmm.
really young. They went to because we had an influx of so many people and
Not
not
at
enough
I
schools
didn't go to
yet.
your elementary school. I went to Sunrise.
No, but fair. I went to Discovery, but it wasn't just like the elementary schools. The whole county went to year round.
Really?
So, like, every school had to do this, like, where it was like a staggered thing.
Huh.
You had kids at the school year round. It was nuts.
I'll have to ask my mom if she remembers that because I definitely do not. But
Yeah, it was before they had all the elementary like, before they built, like, Forest Lake and
yeah,
some of
right.
the other ones.
Yeah. I'll never forget just watching all of those portables come in and in and in. And I remember by
Dude,
the
the
time I
portables
had
was nuts. The
senior
portable
class, I think all of my classes were in portables. I don't think I had any senior class like actually in a physical building.
portable city. We had, shoot, I think my graduating class was just shy of 700. I
Yeah,
mean, so
something insane.
that's a lot of kids.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I feel bad for Kinsley because since she's been in private schools her whole life, she always had a school uniform. And one of the things that she was most excited for
Ugh,
was to go to public school, to go to middle school, and to
but they
be able
have
to, wear what she wants. And right when they made the announcements for the year, one of the announcements was they were going to implement
polos.
dress code for the it's not a uniform, it's just a code that what's the code?
Like, you have to wear jeans. You have to wear, like, jeans with no rips in them, and you have to wear one of, like, a polo shirt
That's a certain color,
or
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
or, like, that's blue, black, or white, or, like, one of their school colors, or you gotta get one of
Their spirit
their
shirts.
spirit shirts, yeah.
Yeah. So not a
Dude,
strict dress code to where she has to wear like a school shirt, but still it
yeah,
makes uniformity, which I don't mind at all, but I know that that was something that she was looking forward to.
Yes, I was looking forward to that. Literally, that's the thing I was most excited for. And
you get to
now
be you get to express yourself through your shoes.
we have to wear, yeah. Can we wear the shoes? I don't know.
Yeah, you can wear
But the
whatever sneakers you want. They just gotta be sneakers normally. So,
yeah,
just
and
express yourself that way.
yeah,
Have
I
your
love.
dad buy you a bunch of kicks, a
I'll make buy a
bunch
bunch
of
of kicks.
shoes. I already buy shoes for one of my nephews, so have your dad send me your shoe size.
The last question I want to ask is what do you think sixth grade Kinsley will be like?
I don't know.
There it is.
I
There
don't
it
know. A
Probably like
preteen, that's what I think. A preteen.
is.
Do you
saying
do you, do you like to come home and talk about your day with your dad? Do you like tell him
no.
what happened at school, or is it like pulling teeth? It's like pulling teeth.
Bro, for the first until she was 7 years old. How was your day? Okay,
Good.
what did
Good.
you do today? Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
What did you learn today? I don't know.
I found that like asking Sam like what was something interesting she learned was something or what something interesting that she did was a way to get her to start talking.
Yeah. Yep.
Rather than just ask about her day, more specific.
Yeah, we tried that. That didn't work.
Maybe middle school Kinsley will be more open and
There
would
you
like to
go.
talk to dad more.
I think I'm gonna be less open than I was before. So like,
Jeez.
Less open.
which can't go really further because all I say is good and okay.
Yeah. Well, great. One letter answer K.
Okay, just
Just
K.
K.
We're gonna be there soon. K, LOL.
Okay.
He already calls me bro.
L-
Come on,
Bro.
bro me. Don't
No.
bro me.
No, Sam called me bro once and I was like, I'm not your bro. And like I like playing, but
Yeah, don't bro me.
I'm not your
100%.
bro. Don't ever
100%.
call me bro again. I'm not your bro, not your homie.
One thing
I'm
actually
like,
that is good about the school uniforms is on Friday we get to wear whatever we want, but it has to follow the dress code, which is pretty good.
what? There you go.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Here's the
fun.
crazy thing I want to talk about. And so you and I have talked about this on past episodes where we talked about raising kids without tablets, right? Without technology, having them be social and be a part of a conversation, maybe when they're out at a table and not being on technology. Kinsley has grown up that way where, she doesn't have a working cell phone. She doesn't have any social media accounts. This is kind of her first ever entrance into the social media world. I want to ask you, from your perspective, what is it like being around around your friends and kids that already have phones and already have technology, and what's that thought process like for you?
So almost like almost all of my fifth grade class, almost everyone had phones
Mm.
and technology.
Crazy.
And fourth grade too, like almost everyone had phones and technology
Or
too.
do you feel left out sometimes?
Sometimes, but not too much. Like when I'm at camp and everyone like has their phones out. Sometimes when we're like getting dropped off, and like when we're somewhere, um, most of my friends always have like their phones and stuff. So yeah.
Do they interact with you or with each other, or is everybody just on their phones like this, and then you're trying to have social interaction because you don't have a phone?
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes they're on their phone and I'm like, okay, can we like do something now? Can we do something now?
And what do they say?
And they're like, wait, I need to finish something now. And then I wait like a few minutes and then they're like, I'm like, can we do something now? And they're like, wait, I need to do something. So yeah, but
Do you,
most of the times, like with my best friend Elliot, her name's Elliot, and she does not have a phone like me. And whenever we have sleepovers, we're always talking and stuff and we're always hanging out. So yeah.
what do you enjoy more, being on tablets and phones with everybody, or actually hanging out and having sleepovers and conversations and playing games?
Actually hanging out and having sleepovers and playing games because it's better seeing them in real life than like talking to them on a phone or texting them. Yeah, I like hanging out with them better and having sleepovers with them is really fun. Like playing games and always getting in trouble when we're playing games because we're being too loud is really fun too.
Do you understand why your mother and I waited for you to be a part of technology? And do you feel like it was the right choice? Or do you wish that you had a phone younger?
I think it was the right choice. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was the right choice.
And what do you think adults do not understand about kids with phones?
That we want to have a phone because we want to be able to like text our friends when we're not around them and call them and have like the phone all the time, except instead of like having our iPad, like we can't bring that everywhere. We can't bring that out somewhere. Phone is way more portable and stuff. And maybe just like messages, like being able to text your friends all the time is pretty fun. So yeah.
Mm.
Crazy. I mean, that's a valid answer. That's a truly valid answer. And I mean,
Yeah.
it'll never be like for us where we could ride our bikes there and we could knock on doors. Her friend Elliot, her best friend, lives 20 minutes away. There would be no way that they could interact unless a parent, were to travel. So I mean, it's a very valid answer. What do you say on that?
Sam had a phone early,
Do you remember how early?
but yeah, like 4th grade,
Oh,
3rd grade, but we had it, like, severely, like, neutered. There was screen time on it, so she could only be on it so long, and then she'd get locked out. There
yep.
was, like, no social media, none of that. She didn't have social media till she was, like, 15.
Good.
And stuff like that. So she's definitely on it now. She's all over TikTok and all that. I have zero say. So this is just how it is. But I try to keep it away from her as long as possible, but at the same time, she's very social. So putting it down or like she wasn't able to use it. You know what I mean? Like she would only get like an hour of screen time a day. So y- when we'd be out, she couldn't be doing it necessarily. But I don't know.
Yeah.
When she was really young, I would throw a thing on my phone, let her watch it while we're at dinner, and she'd fall asleep or something like that. But
Yeah.
it didn't raise her. It just helped put her to sleep and entertain her at times, like in public. But it was mostly just putting on like her shows, just
The
putting
white
on her
noise.
shows so she can watch. Yeah,
And
but
I
I
get
have an
that too.
iPad too, so like
Yep.
my iPad's connected to the. It's been I have had got iPads connected to the cellular service for like the last 10 years. So
Yeah.
I take my thing everywhere. You're like, "Oh, iPads are you can't take them out of the house." I'm like, "I do. My iPad's with me every single day. I carry around this 11-inch thing."
They make cell phones that are basically tablets now.
Yeah,
I don't understand that how
I
somebody could
can't
be
do
talking
that.
about something this big, but
I never get the Pro Maxes. I just get the Pros. I'm like, the Pro Maxes are insane. I'm like, I don't want that on my ear. I have an
I don't
iPad. Like
I don't think you can. You probably just have to use headphones because
no,
it's big
they're
fly
so big, but no, you could
across the
definitely
room.
put it there. It's just like the old Zach Morris phone. It's huge.
Yeah, and I get it. And her mother and I have had discussions now because she's going to be riding her bike to school, right? Because she's going to be at a public school, maybe getting her
What
one of those bare bones phones.
Yeah, the bare bones phones work great, but
Yeah,
also you and her mother get along great. I was
yeah,
afraid I wasn't gonna get to talk to my kid. Like,
fair.
that was a big motivator for her to have her own phone, was both parties being able to get a hold of her whenever they
Yeah,
wanted, and vice versa. Like, if Sam wanted to get a hold of everybody, she could. So,
yeah,
like, but, that's another big driver. If you and your ex aren't getting along, it's hard to be like, I'm gonna be able to talk to her, or this message is gonna get to her. Yeah,
yeah,
I'd rather just get it to her myself. So I just got her a phone, you know.
100%,
But
100%.
so again, always a testament to you all's relationship
Yeah,
too.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So
But yeah,
we,
I think I
Yeah,
mean,
say something. I remember these like three kids in my class. I remember them telling me that they had phones when they were like in first grade, and I'm like, first
mm,
grade? Why do you have a phone at first grade? That kind of like,
yeah.
there's no point. Like, there's
Yeah,
nothing you can do.
uh, Sam was able to read and write and all that before she had a phone. Like, I couldn't imagine 1 years old. Like, it makes no sense.
waddling with a phone or crawling with a phone.
That will be 30 years from now. I'm being so for real.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's incredible, but I think that you have grown up in the proper way, and it's interesting to
Yeah.
listen to your take on things. So I appreciate you sharing that. And we have talked about a lot of the hard stuff. Was there anything else that you wanted to share that pertains to dance or school, or just the changes and switches that you've been dealing with?
I think sometimes it's gonna be pretty hard riding my bike to school. I think sometimes I might be too tired to ride my bike to school every morning, you know,
Yeah,
because that'd be just
because you
kind
go
of
to bed late
tiring.
and wake up late, huh?
No,
I'd be
but
worried about the weather.
yeah, I'm also gonna be worried about the weather because it's been like raining. It's been raining a lot, so I'm gonna be worried about like my tires and stuff, and my seat definitely for like my clothes. So.
I was gonna say clothes. What are you worried about your seat for? I'd be worried about my clothes.
What about
You
your
gotta get
hair?
yourself a raincoat.
Yeah,
Get
I'm gonna
yourself
be
a
Sweat.
worried
good
about my hair,
get
Yeah.
a
and
good
I'm gonna be worried
raincoat.
about my glasses for seeing, and I'm also
Mm,
gonna be worried like about my clothes too.
should get yourself a nice raincoat and a
Yeah, that's what
nice
I'm gonna do.
hat
I'm gonna,
and
I'm literally going to get like one of those ponchos, and that's what I'm gonna put.
mm, there you go. You should also get windshield wipers for your eyeglasses.
Defoggers, defrosters. All right. Well, that was the hard stuff. That was the real stuff. And I want to close this episode by getting into the fun stuff. Things that you love right now, that you're excited about, and that this version of Kinsley that we save in time, because I can't tell you as a parent how crazy it is to try to keep up with these trends and these products that they're buying and doing. Before we get into it, did you ever have that problem with Sam, or was, because social media wasn't as big of a thing when she was younger, were there trends and things
there was
that
trend. What do you mean? There was always trends with us. There was no social media. There's always trends. Yeah, absolutely. Like, but I feel like me and Sam were trendsetters a lot of the time.
okay?
Like, because of Spotify and stuff, like music, especially music, I was getting like sh- I was turning her on to stuff that wasn't mainstream yet, and then those people blew up, and she was ahead of the game. She's like, "Oh, I've been listening to these guys for years and stuff." But I have a very like you'll not believe this, but those dumplings, the squishy dumplings, I bought one 7 years ago.
Oh,
Like
I will take credit for that.
I have a dumpling in
Yeah,
the thing, a plain white one, but I'm like, yeah, she bought one of these squishies years ago.
vintage,
And
bro. You're vintage.
yeah. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like when I was moving, I packed it up and I'm like, I remember buying this with her and stuff. But this was before like the craze is now. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like the whole Nido and all that is now. And I'm like, that's crazy. Uh,
that is
so
crazy. That's wild.
that when I'm like trendsetters, I'm like, no, we were ahead of the time a lot of the stuff that
You're
she
just
wanted
so
and stuff.
cool. You're
Yeah, dude, I try. I try to be, you know.
no, it's wild. And I think the one thing that pisses me off about it is it changes so fast. It's like that South Park episode, the Chimpokemon episode, where
Mhm.
who is the last one? Kyle, right? Because he has to beg his parents for money and he's try to scrounge money. And by the time he gets one, they're all like, oh, that's not the cool Chimpokemon, or that's not the cool thing to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like the cycle is. She'll want one thing this month, and then 3 months from now, it's something completely different. It's like, oh, well, what about, oh, we don't care about
We
that.
were the same way, dude.
No, we weren't.
We
Ours lasted
were.
longer. It
No,
was,
it didn't.
yo, you're
It
crazy.
didn't. You
Think
feel
about how
like it
long
did, but it didn't.
think about how long
It
the
was the same.
Pokemon
We had
craze was.
commercials. We had commercials. We were literally on Nickelodeon. Whatever Nickelodeon was like, "Oh, we have to have this."
That's not a trend. No, no,
Dude,
no. The trends are like Beanie Babies, right? Yeah. Do we
Furbies,
want to go buy Tamagotchis?
Tamagotchis,
But
yeah.
those were think about how long we had to live with a Tamagotchi and raise it and grow
Bro, I'm just told you I bought a squishy 6 years ago. So,
it.
like, I know what you're saying, trust me. It feels like they're on to the next thing every 6 minutes, but it's not like it's just that's how it is as a kid. You get bored easily. You want the next thing.
I think
How it is.
I think
What?
this trend has been like the longest trend that has lasted like
What
the
is what is
longest.
this trend?
The squishy trend has probably
Mm.
lasted the most out of all the trends I've seen.
I would have to agree. A lot of adults are into them. So it's like someone at work has some of those Nidos on their desk. So that was my
Actually,
first, yeah, two of them. That was my first like interaction with them. I'm like, these are neat, I guess. I'm like, do they just go back to cubes? I'm like, okay. I was like, I don't
Nick's
see
like, here's my
the
dumpling.
yeah, right. I was like, I'm gonna bring my dumpling to work and be like, you want to see my dumpling? But I have fidget spinners and stuff. I think it's
Yeah,
just part of it. I
I have
mean,
fidget spinners. Yeah.
what do you know what 6'7" is?
don't.
No, let's get there. So I want people to think about what you loved when you were 11, the toys, the songs, the snacks, the shows, just like Nick mentioned. We had so many different things in our time. Kids trends right now are all over the place. He's not wrong. I was going to ask you too. I want to know, what is the listeners want to know, what is 6'7" to you? Because as adults and as parents, I think that we have formulated our own opinions. We have used Google and we've used YouTube and all of these things to formulate our own opinion. But in your world, in the kids' world, what is 6'7" to you?
I don't know. Like last year, no, fourth grade, this one boy brought it up in school, and then it like everyone started singing it, and then it became like biggest trend, and then it just went throughout the year, the rest of the year, and then when it came back in fifth grade, everyone was like, "Stop, stop, stop! It's annoying now. It's annoying now." Because by the end of the year, it was annoying because all the boys would say it okay, stop it. Every single day, the boys would say it, and it was pretty annoying actually.
So the girls, it's more of a male thing. The girls don't
Yeah,
do
the
it.
boys mostly did it all the time. The girls liked it kind of, but then halfway they were like, oh, like the boys started doing it way too much. They'd be like 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", and it would be so annoying. And we all would be like, stop, stop, stop.
You never realize how many things are 6 or 7. What time is it? Oh, I don't know, 6 or 7. The kids be like, oh, 6, 7, or, how many are there of these things? Oh, I don't know. There's 6 or 7 of them. 6, 7. So you did it a lot. It might be annoying, but why do you say it? Why do you say it? Is it just something that's funny? Is there a meaning to it to you?
It's just funny when you say like, yeah, there's 6, 7 things. I'd be like 6, 7, because it'd be funny to say in front of you and mommy. Because when you like say that, it's just funny.
What's 6, 7 to you, Nick?
I mean, I think it's just something like we like for us was suck it or some of these other things, and like I get it, but when I find the origin of it, I'm like, this is just dumb. Like the origin of it is these two AAU basketball players were asked something, and they literally just look at a camera and go 6, 7, and
Really?
that's literally where it came from, man.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it
there was a
is.
soccer player who
It
went on.
it literally was these 2 basketball players, they were asked something and they looked at each other and laughed and just went 6, 7, and it just went viral.
Hmm.
And when I'm like, there's really nothing, I can't remember the exact question, but then someone made a song and then they refer to some like LaMelo Ball who's 6'7", so
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was a rap song or something.
it was after the fact. No,
Oh,
it was not like the things came from
okay.
TikTok.
Okay.
I remember someone at my school. They were like, "Did you know that like one of these soccer players during their break or something? I don't know.
Halftime.
Yeah, halftime. They went out to the field and were like 6, 7, and it was just like, why would you do that?
An adult soccer player?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. Hopefully it was Cristiano Ronaldo. 6, 7. What? We talked a little bit about Neatos. Nick knows what Neatos are. Nick owns his squishies. When I had to buy you squishies, this is one thing that really drove me crazy is, oh, this isn't a real Nito. Oh, what makes it a real Nito? Oh, well, it's hard, or it says Nito on it. I'm like, okay, so this one's $30, this one's $1.30, and they're the same thing.
They
Oh, but I don't
are
want that one.
they
What
are not the same.
what to you makes a good squishy, and has been one of the other thing that drives me nuts is when you buy them a squishy, then they go to school and trade it and pay like $20 for one and then get one back that's like $1. But what makes a good squishy to you that you wouldn't trade it?
Like a really nice feeling squishy and one that's really satisfying,
What is satisfying you to you?
like a crunchy noise or something.
Crunchy noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like a Vaseline one. Those ones are good too.
A what?
a Vaseline one. It's filled with Vaseline. It's really good, okay? If you look it up on Amazon, it's really good.
Some of them are so gross to touch. They feel so sticky, and I'm just like, I don't want to touch this at all.
And the foam ones, those ones are really good. Those ones are really
What's the difference between a Vaseline squishy and a foam squishy?
Okay, so the foam squishy is like actual foam. Like foam.
Okay.
And
Like
there's
a
nothing.
like a stress ball?
No, it's like a foam and then there's nothing inside. It's just foam that you can squish. But there's nothing inside. So if it rips, like it's the same thing. You can still squish it and it doesn't pop and you don't.
That's the other thing. These things pop like crazy.
And then
How many think you've popped?
like 5, 6 maybe.
How are you popping these things?
Because some of them you just squish and then they pop. What is really
Yeah.
annoying is that
It's like squeezing the head out. Pop it off.
Yeah, I
And-
was like,
what is really annoying is like the fake ones. Like we're just gonna put this as an example. Like a fake dumpling costs like $20 when the real dumplings cost only $5.
That's America. That's called.
so the fake dumplings cost 20 and the real ones cost 5.
What makes a fake and real dumpling?
Like the fake ones are just copycatted. So the real ones were just like RMS. Like the dumplings have the word RMS at the bottom.
That's it.
And then
Just a stamp.
no, that's not it. And they're like actually like they're really good.
Okay.
And Nito, there's a lot of copycat Nito brands.
$30
It's crazy.
for a squishy.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
What?
And
in what
and I have
world?
watched a poor father with three daughters walk into a store and lay down $100 in squishies for the three of them
for
just
3
to have an
squishies.
oversized
I
squishy.
don't understand.
I don't understand most of it either.
$45.
Yeah. Yep.
Some of like the
What is
big ones I
going
think
on?
are like 100.
The jack-o'-lanterns are
Big ones are like 100.
$60, $70. What
crazy.
is
It's crazy.
I
All right.
for
Well,
them to pop?
sometimes
$30 for them to
immediately.
pop? That's absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know
I'm
what
so
Five
glad
Below
my-
is?
Yeah.
Those ones are the real dumplings. Those
Yeah.
ones are the real dumplings.
She makes me go to Five Below all the time to find these things. Do you in your world, is Five Below better than the mall? Like, is that your new
The
mall? Is that where the
Does
kids
she
hang
even
out?
know what the mall is?
She knows what the mall is.
Of course I know what the mall
Of course
is.
she knows what
Look,
the mall is.
Our mall is gone. So I'm like, do they even have malls? Do they even go to them?
Okay,
Tell what did you do for your birthday this year?
me and my friends went to the mall and then we went back home and had a sleepover.
They had a mall day. Kelsey took her and 3 friends, gave them 2 friends each some cash to buy their own things, and her request, it wasn't the trampoline park or the arcade or anything like that. She wanted to go have a mall day with her friends.
Nice.
Yeah, and yeah, I like going to the mall because they have, like, I can go to like a clothing store, and then I can go to like a different area and go to this other store that has shoes. And yeah, I like going to the mall better because they have like different options that you can choose from. So if I wanted to get clothes and then I wanted to get sneakers and then I wanted to go get, I don't know, like a bag.
Many options.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Many
options.
options at the mall. Well, back
You
in
can
our
get a
day,
pretzel. You can get a
back in our
pretzel.
day, we used to hang out at the mall for hours by ourselves, just for fun. Back in my day, right? We'd hang out in the food courts, and we'd hang out in the what's it called? Spencer's and PacSuns and Abercrombie and Fitches.
Those ones are good.
Those are good.
Yeah, those are good.
What's your favorite?
Lululemon.
Didn't even get the question out. Lulu freaking Lemon.
What are you
Yep.
buying from Lululemon?
A lot. Oh my gosh.
Why are you buying a 11-year-old Lululemon?
I have like
Don't
12
look at
things.
me.
I have
Don't look
12,
at me.
11, like, lemon apples.
And whose fault is it? Watch. Let her answer this. Whose fault is it?
Grandma's.
Grandma's fault.
Of course it is.
This is not a me or mom thing. This is a grandma
Y-
thing.
your mother?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Of course. I love her so
Anybody that
much.
knows the great Trisha Rodriguez knows that she
I love
lives
her
the
so
high life,
much.
and
She's great.
she's pushing that down to Kinsley.
Yeah, I
That
have
is I love
10
it.
Lululemon things.
I love it. That's great.
Any other trends or toys or anything you want to mention before we kind of start to wrap things up here?
I have a question for you.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you excited for your whatnot venture you guys are starting together?
Yes, I am very excited for that. I'm kind of scared. Not too scared. I'm a little bit scared to like pull the Pokemon cards, and I don't know if I'll know the name. So yeah, that's why I'm a little
That
bit scared.
Yeah, especially the Japanese stuff. If you're not familiar enough with the Pokemon, not knowing who he is, I got that. I can
There's some that I don't
understand
even
that.
know.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I really
Somebody knows.
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody knows.
and if you have a good moderator, they can help you out pretty
That's gonna be
quickly.
him.
No.
Oh, that's gonna be you.
He's saying that he would help you out. I don't think she knows what the word moderator even means. So,
That was more for you, but
what makes Pokemon cool to you?
Getting the cases and like opening them up and seeing the cards that you get in the packages and seeing if you get like a rainbow or a rare, like yeah.
You know what's
Gold
crazy?
Star.
Did you play the card game as a kid
Uh-huh. Yeah, and sold my cards at a garage sale for
and didn't
$10.
think about collecting them, right?
No, I mean, I did for a very long time. I sold them as a young adult. I needed
Yeah.
money. I mean,
I mean, of course, we all wanted to collect the whole, 151 or whatever
oh,
it
I
was.
probably had them all, dude. 'Cause I
But
had multiple Charizards, Blastoise,
it's
Ivysaur.
nothing like today's collecting, and they don't
No.
play the card game, which is crazy.
Some people do. Some
I
people still play.
I tried to get her keep
I
disappearing.
know I keep disappearing.
I tried to get her to play the card game, and she was like, "I don't want to." She's like, "I'll collect the cards, but I have
The card game's so
tired
much
of the
fun.
card game." That's what I said.
So
That's what I
much fun.
said. That's what I said. All right. Well, that's toys and trends, and one last kind of thing that I want to cover is just talking about you as our family and a big sister. But I know that very early on when you finally had a sibling, you were deeply in love with Tegan. What is the best part about being a big sister to you?
Probably seeing my siblings grow up, seeing what they'll do, seeing their love for stuff. Being a youngest sibling, like my youngest sibling, he can't see all like of my other sibling. Like my Carter can't see Tegan grow up, and Tegan can see Carter grow up, but Tegan can't see me growing up, except for the time when she like knows what's going on.
Are you saying that they can't see you grow up because they are so young, they don't have that maturity to understand what growing up is? Is that what you mean?
No, because like by the time they're born and everything, it takes them a while to actually know what's going on. And then, but I'm like 11, and they didn't know what happened all those other years when like they weren't born.
Mm.
So yeah, that's how I'm
So you like that you're able to see them grow up from the first day they were born.
that's what I'm talking about.
It's incredible. What's the hardest part?
Taking care of them.
Taking care of them. You don't take care of them.
No,
I was like, you don't have to
taking care
take
of
care of
them
them.
when like they're in the room or anything, and then also
So do you mean like during summer when daddy's working, having to take care of them, like in the room and play with them
Yeah.
and keep them occupied?
Yeah, that's hard because they always leave the room, and also playing with them is super hard because I want to play with Tegan. Let's say I want to play with Tegan, but then she'll say, "No, no, no, I want to play by myself." And then if I want to play with Carter, he's like, "No, get away!" So yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that you teach them anything? Do you think that since they have been born and while they grow and you watch them grow, that is there anything that you take pride in knowing that you have taught them that?
Tegan for gym. I kind of for that like taking like pride in something because if I like how I took pride in dance, her taking pride in gym, and her taking pride in baseball. So yeah.
Okay. So that's your sisters, right? Your sisters and brothers.
Yeah.
Let's talk about me. Let's make this about me for a little bit.
Yeah.
What is one memory with me that you hope that I never forget? Or what's your favorite memory about us?
Probably all the times we go to Dave and Buster's
Busters. Okay.
and play all the arcade games.
Yeah.
And sometimes eat dinner there and lunch there. And spending a lot of like 1-2 hours there.
Yep.
It's pretty fun. Like we see it go from bright sunshine to like sometimes when you walk out it's dark outside.
Playing Dave and Buster's all night. That's your favorite part. That's your best time with us?
Yeah.
With me? Good. I love that. Look at the camera here. Answer this question seriously. Does daddy let you win games?
No.
No. You have to earn it, right?
Yeah.
You have to earn and beat me.
Yeah.
How long do you think it took that to happen?
Like 5 years.
5 years. Yeah, 5 or 6 years. I've been beating you down since you were a little kid, right? But to that point, at Dave and Buster's, they have a basketball tic-tac-toe game.
Mm-hmm.
And she would play basketball at school to practice and then would challenge me at Dave and Buster's and has now beat me before.
Yeah.
And that's not even me throwing the game. That's her beating me.
Nice.
But actually we went to Dave and Buster's the other day, and it's pretty hard because I haven't been practicing at school because we were out of school now. And he beat me 2 times in a row because I could not shoot in the correct place.
I don't let her win. I don't let her win.
So yeah,
When you think about 16-year-old Kinsley, what will she be like?
I don't know, moody.
Moody?
You have no idea how accurate that was. I cannot wait to come back in 5 years and see if, in fact, you are moody.
Nick's daughter, Sam, is 16 now, right?
Yeah, she'll be 17.
That's how old she is. What does moody mean? Why did you say that? Moody in what
Because,
way?
like, relaxing all the time, not going anywhere, hang out with my friends.
That's called lazy.
Okay, lazy and like talking back to my parents a lot, probably. Things
Okay.
that
That's the moody part.
How about 21-year-old Kinsley?
she'll probably have like a pretty good job by then.
Oh, pretty good. I'm gonna clip that. Clip that. Kinsley will be 21 years old, working a job.
No, I'll be working my dance
Pretty good job.
career.
Good job at that.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
okay. And
Kinsley's gonna be the breadwinner of this family.
yeah,
There
probably.
you go.
And probably will be nicer than 16-year-old Kinsley.
Okay.
You know?
Good. That's growth. That's growth, people. Last question. What do you hope adult Kinsley remembers about young Kinsley now?
This. Because I want to remember what I was talking about, like what I'm talking about now. So like when I get older to that age,
Yeah.
that I can remember all the things that I said when I was like this age, and when I have maybe when I have kids, like to remember the things that they're going through. Yeah. So yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. I think that feels like the right place to kind of slow it down. I think that was a fun little segment. I think we've talked about a lot. I know we've been here for a while. And, I don't want
Yeah.
this episode to just be about what Kinsley is. Oh, she's very fidgety. She's ready. But she's done so good. I don't think it's just about what you like right now, right? But I also think it's about hearing your voice and your thoughts like we talked about and where your heart is at this age. It's great to know that you're going to be moody and at 16, but it's great to also know that by 21 you'll be a lot nicer. So that's fantastic. There
And
is
rich.
there's these books that go around now, Nick. I don't know if you have heard of them. They've been called like Just Between You and Me or My Dad and I. Have you seen like these journal prompts that are on Amazon
Yeah,
and such?
I want to say I got my dad one and my mom one. I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive I did. And I told my mom I need you to make sure Al does this.
Yeah. I actually got my dad one 2 years ago when we started our baseball trip, and I know that he filled it out for a little bit. He hasn't updated me on if he's filled it out more, but I know that he took some interest into it, and I got Kinsley one, and 2 years ago, I tried to give it to her, and she was excited about the idea, but she was also 9, so, understanding the prompts and realizing how to answer the questions probably I don't think she was there yet. I think she's maturing to the point where maybe we could try that again. But all of that to say, I want to end this episode with just 3 prompts, right? And I want to ask the prompt, and I want Kinsley to answer it, and I want you to answer it, and I want myself to answer it. I just kind of want to see what those answers look like. Are you good with answering those prompts? Prompts?
Prompts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Kinsley, I'm going to ask you, what is something that feels big in your life right now?
That's a big question. New house. That's definitely really big.
Okay.
A new house, new neighborhood, new area.
Your mother bought a new house. You moved into a new neighborhood and
Yeah.
you live in a new area.
Yeah.
That's what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that challenging?
Yes, because I used to live so much closer to all of my best friends, and I live super far away.
It's not that far.
Okay, far away.
It's 15 minutes.
Far away, and yeah, that's pretty hard.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, Nick, same question to you. What's something that feels big in your life right now, buddy?
Uh Work and I guess just my personal life, just things with my relationship and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll say for me, something that feels big is just trying to continue to grow and watch you guys grow a part of the family. Raising 3 kids at around 10 or under is definitely something big because a lot of the time I will look at her and know that she is my firstborn, and then turn right around and look at her siblings who are half her age. And I'm like, man, there's that 5 or 6 year gap, 7 year gap. And it shows. And I think that that's something to consider when you and I have talked about this age a lot, understanding where we're at in life, and then just turning back around and looking in the rearview mirror and remembering, oh man, Kinsley was just 5. It felt like yesterday she was just 5, and now she's 11. Now she's 11.
Yeah, I have a big age gap from all my siblings. Tegan, I'm probably 6-year age gap. Carter, I'm 8-year age gap. And my baby brother, I'm 10-year age gap. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm going to ask a different kind of prompt for this one, Nick. I'm going to ask a prompt of what we see in each other, but really it's kind of you from the outside looking in about maybe what you see from Kinsley. So, what's something you notice about Kinsley from the outside? I know that there's not a ton of interaction, but you see what I post about her on social media. You know her, you've seen her grow up over the years. What's something that you notice about her from the outside?
Her determination, I think you touched on it a little bit earlier with just wanting to get to the front of the dance class and instead of accepting the back and that's just where I'm going to be doing what needed to be done to get to the front. And that, like I said, isn't easy. As an adult, definitely not easy as an 11-year-old.
I agree. I agree. Absolutely. I agree with that full heartedly. The question that I want to answer is something I think that you are really good at that you might not always see is being an absolutely wonderful big sister. I know that you say sometimes it's hard and sometimes it's annoying. And I know that there's times when you need your space. And trust me, as their father and as a 37-year-old, I absolutely understand needing the space from those little monsters. But there's so many times, and I've said this to you, I love when you guys get along. Watching you guys get along makes my heart happy. And when you go into big sister mode and you make them, on the weekends, we'll wake up and you're making them breakfast and you're sitting down with them watching a TV and you're snuggled up watching a child's animation movie that maybe you don't want to watch because you're a little bit too old, but they want to, and you compromise with them. I don't think that you think about that sometimes on how big that is and how mature that is of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the question I want to ask you, Kins, is what is something that you think I am good at as your father?
Probably letting me like be able to do things and letting me be able to do a lot of stuff.
Be able to do it how? Like enabling you, or do you mean like letting
Like
you explore things?
yeah, letting me explore things and not being super strict. Same with mom. Mommy, she's not super strict. Neither are you. Like that's why I'm glad that you guys aren't like really strict parents. Like
Oh.
all my friends say that you guys are strict, like that you guys are strict parents, but they don't know how you guys are not strict parents. They're like,
Your friends say we're strict parents? They say that?
Probably because of the phone thing.
Is this Elliot?
no, this is not Elliot. Elliot is not. It's because
Well, it's probably the phone and
my
things
mom's
like that.
never, like, all my friends never see you mostly. Like, they always see mommy. So they usually say that she's strict because, like, you have to ask kids next, or you have to, like, you have to do something to get on your iPad. But I'm like, she's not strict, you guys. She's like, she's a good mom. Like,
Oh,
she's not strict.
I love that.
So,
Yeah, these little kids need to understand that that's called being respectful and earning your dash. These little SHITs.
spell dad.
I was like, that I don't think works anymore, bud.
It still works for the other two. It still works for the other two. Nick, what is the last prompt here? What is one thing that you hope that Kinsley remembers from this episode years from now?
I hope she remembers how much fun we all had. I hope that's what sticks with her.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Because I did have a lot of fun on this episode. It was very fun. Yeah.
The question I want to answer is what I hope that you always know, no matter how old you get. And I think this will be pretty easy and pretty cheesy to answer, but I've always said this to you. There's been times where you have asked me, who's your favorite child? Right? And I love all of my kids equally. That's the answer I'll put out there. But I always tell Kinsley, she was my number one. She was my firstborn. She will, no matter what happens in this life, she will be my firstborn child. And every time that she gets a year older, that is my first time raising a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, right? By the time your brothers and sisters are there, I've done it before. But for you, I'm always learning and I'm always exploring, and we are growing together. One thing that we didn't talk about in this episode, and maybe your mother will come on one day and we'll talk about, but very early on in life when you were 2 years old, it was me, it was you, and it was Kato living in a 1-bedroom apartment. And that was some of the best times in my life. Growing up with you, I myself have had a tough past. I was immature. I made wrong decisions, but the one right decision that I always made was you. And you make me very proud. And I hope that you know from this day and all days that you are my number one and you will always be my number one. And I'm so proud of you.
Yes, I will always remember that.
All right.
I will
That's
always.
fantastic.
So yeah.
The last question I will ask you is what do you hope that we are still doing together when you are older? When you, after you're 16 years old and you're done yelling at us and you're done being moody and you move out of the house and you go do your thing, what do you hope that me, you, your mother, our family, that we're still doing together that we do now?
Going places as a family and going to Dave and Buster's.
So if Dave and Buster's is still a thing in 15 years, we'll be going there getting steak dinners and playing arcade games. And I'll
Yeah.
still be beating you when I'm 60, 70 years old.
No, you will not.
Oh.
I will be beating you.
Heck yeah.
That's it, baby girl. We wrap this episode up. Oh, we're hugging now? All right. I wasn't going in for a hug, but I'll take it.
Okay.
We wrap this episode up. The way that we wrap these episodes is we say, I want you to leave the audience with one thing. What is the one thing? It can be anything that's on your mind. What do you hope that somebody takes away from this episode?
I hope you guys know that you guys will always be able to do anything if you keep it to your head and you say that you can do this, not that you can't. And making sure that you know that you actually can do this if you say you can in your head. So yeah.
Couldn't have said it better.
There you go.
Can you top that, Nick? What's your last thing for this
No.
episode?
No, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing all that stuff about dance and
Yeah.
your life, your struggles as an 11-year-old. You can't remember being 11 years old. So I do. I mean, there's some traumatic parts of my life that I are burned in there, but the majority of the stuff of being an 11-year-old, I can't remember. So thank you for sharing with us.
You're welcome. Yeah, it was very fun.
Thank you for being on here. People don't usually ask me things right here. What about me? I hope that the people are able, again, to listen to this episode from a child's perspective and see how pure your answers are. I mean, your closing statement to this episode is telling people that they can do anything that they put their mind to. And that's huge. That's huge for an 11-year-old. And I don't think that you'll realize that until 10 years from now. It's okay that you're a floating head. We're closing up. I don't think that you'll realize that 10 years from now how big that statement is. But I want people out there that are listening to this to understand if an 11-year-old has that mindset that you can too. You know, if you are struggling or if you're lost or if you're trying to get to another level, anything that you put your mind to, you can do. And if there was anything that was lost from your childhood, try and find it.
Yeah.
Try and find it and try to find that love, that you had as a 10 and 11-year-old.
Yeah. Like, if you, were dancing, I'm just gonna put that as an example. If you're dancing when you're young and you don't do anymore, just have a little dance class at your house, or your apartment. And yeah, just wherever you go, go to the park or something and just play a song and then just dance to it. It doesn't matter what you do. No one's watching you. You might get some weird looks from people, but it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. People's opinions don't matter.
Yeah. Only you matter.
Only you matter.
To yourself.
We appreciate you for being on. We love you. If any part of today's episode hit home, please share it with a friend. Tag us at CrodsPod on Instagram, follow us on TikTok at CrodsPod, and help us keep these conversations going. We drop new episodes every Thursday. If you have a story, a topic, or you just need to vent, and if an 11-year-old can do it, you can sure as heck do it too. Email us at crodspod@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. Our safe space is your outlet. I don't know if I click the button that says that this episode is for kids, if maybe kids will listen to this, but if a kid does listen to this, if you're growing into yourself, for the parents that are listening as you go, for anyone trying to hold on to the little moments before they become memories, this one is for you. Keep showing up for your children, for the things that you're doing, for the things that you're encountering and the things that you are learning, because it does matter more than you know. We will catch you next Thursday. Do you want to say this with me?
Yes. Okay.
And until next time, keep growing, keep glowing, and keep being you.
Yeah. Bye, you guys.
Bye, guys.